Billy Napier is gone. He's gone. That's it. There's no turning this around. The ship has sailed. All the expressions and sayings. He's out. He's. They're going to fire him at the end of the year. If they don't fire him before the end of the year, multiple Florida players have expressed their concerns with, Florida being at the bottom of the SEC and not liking it, and just thinking that this is abysmal, And one Florida player said that in his lifetime, he's never seen Florida so low. What are they going to do about it? Another thing, we've heard Mike Griffith say this. We've heard the undercover reporter from Florida. We've heard him say it. Multiple sources keep saying Florida has raised the money to pay Billy Napier's buyout, which is wild. Because this is multiple coaches now that they're hiring, they're firing, they're hiring, they're firing. I mean, you go back to McElwain, he probably should have kept him. I think it seems like everybody else has dropped the ball on this. Yes, DJ Lagway seems to be an amazing quarterback. Just in the one game we saw him, and I don't care if it's Samford. You tell me when your quarterback threw for 450 yards, even if it was a small team. But Billy Napier has struggled. He has struggled to put together a full team. He has struggled to put a good product on the field, offense, defense, and special teams. Now, have they been right there? Yes, but he has not been able to get them over that hump. And what we've seen out of them the last 2 weeks is just straight struggle. And we saw that last year. We saw the inability to be able to get over that hump. And I think any Florida fan will tell you, yes, they hate the idea of hiring a bunch of coaches, but it's time. It is. It's time. And the fact that his buyout, I think, is like 26, 27 million, and the boosters have already raised that much money, just goes to show there are a lot of people that either played at Florida or huge Florida fans, just ready to give back to the community. And that's what I mean. I mean that $27 million. Buying out a coach is never easy because a lot of it has to do with money. But to want a coach out so badly that after the second game of the season, you are already showing that you have the money to do it, that's what makes me think they'll fire him mid-year. Do I think that's a good idea? No, I don't. I think if you were going to fire him, you should have fired him at the beginning, in the offseason. But firing them mid-year, I think, is a wild thing to do because what does that do for the team? That you're already causing, people, oh, I'm on my way out or 1 foot out the door. I think firing him in the offseason, but already knowing who you want to hire, which is Lane Kiffin. They've expressed multiple times they want Lane Kiffin as their coach. Now, the flip side, Ole Miss knows that Florida is going to come after him. But Lane Kiffin, who is I think he's a very good coach. He's a good recruiter. He has a great offense no matter where he goes. They are saying that Ole Miss is going to strike up the money to be able to pay him more than what Florida offers him. So, this is going to be a money battle. You are going to see Florida throw a lot of money at this man. You're going to see Ole Miss throw a lot of money at this man. But the question is, what does Lane Kiffin want? Does Lane Kiffin think he's got something great built at Ole Miss? Does Lane Kiffin think he can go to Florida and recruit better than he ever did at Ole Miss, build something more powerful, the community's stronger, the football there is a lot more valuable. The prestige of Florida school, is it bigger than Ole Miss? I think so. Maybe not right now, not currently, but as a whole, they have better prestige. They have a lot more players, that they've put in the NFL. They have former players that are going to these games. You got Steve Spurrier, who's a huge advocate for Florida. You've got all these people that are waiting on a very good coach, and Florida cannot land their hands on one. They can't. And I don't know what's keeping them from that. Everybody I talk to says Florida would be such a great place to coach because of the recruiting, the recruiting hub, that radius of 2 hours, 2 to 3 to 4 hours around the University of Florida, where you could recruit a whole football team and you'd compete nationally every year. So I guess we'll see. My thought is Lane Kiffin stays at Ole Miss. I don't think he wants anything to do with the dumpster fire at Florida. If he does, they must have paid him a lot of money. But I see Florida striking out, getting Lane Kiffin, and then I see them doing what they always do and going after the low guy on the bottom of the totem pole. They may go after Luke Fickell at Wisconsin and say, hey, come help us out. I don't know. But we'll see. You tell me what you guys think. Hit the like button if you will, but tell me if you tell me what you think. Tell me if you think that the Ole Miss will allow Lane Kiffin to dip out. So yeah. Anyways, TB out.